정국이와 지민이의 여행 일지. 아, 진짜 너무 좋다. 너무 행복하고. 그냥 한번 시작해보고 싶어서 시작했는데 일단은
To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Today, we're diving into something deeper. Not just rumors, not just the fragments of moments we see on screen, but the quiet, unseen reality behind a bond that has endured years of spotlight, whispers, and storms. The connection between Jimin and Jungkook. In the glittering universe of K-pop, the wind doesn't always blow gently. Underneath the bright lights, where every smile is magnified and every silence interpreted, there exists a weight that only those who live it can understand. Behind each laugh captured by the lens, behind each warm glance fans cherish and replay 1,000 times, there often lies exhaustion, doubt, and the quiet ache of being human in an industry that demands perfection. For Jimin and Jungkook, two names carved into the legacy of BTS and the hearts of millions, the challenges didn't come from the stage's roar but from the subtle tremors of the digital world. The storm they faced wasn't made of thunder and rain, but of words, typed, posted, and spread faster than any melody. When the news of Are You Sure? Season 2 was announced, it should have been a celebration. A continuation of something raw and genuine. A travel series that pulled back the curtain, revealing their laughter, their quiet moments, their humanness. It wasn't about idols. It was about two souls who had grown side by side, navigating fame and fear with each other as their compass. But outside the screen, reality wasn't as kind. Within hours, hashtags filled social media. Cancel Season 2. Stop using their friendship for profit. We never accepted the first season, let alone the second. Those weren't just opinions. They were emotions, sharp and unfiltered, echoing through timelines. Some claimed Jungkook was forced into the project by the company. Others accused Jimin of riding popularity since 2018. The irony was cruel. The very people who claimed to love them were also the ones who wounded them most. But anyone who has followed their journey from the beginning knows the truth has never been that simple. Between Jimin and Jungkook lies a bond that has outlasted trends, surpassed schedules, and survived the noise. It's not about fame. It's about two hearts that grew under the same light. Two boys who became men in front of millions, yet somehow managed to keep something sacred between them. Jungkook once said, "This is the only life I have, and it's short. I'll never do something that's clearly wrong in everyone's eyes. But when there are many ways to live, I want to live in my own way. I decided that from the start." Those words, steady, grounded, full of quiet defiance, feel like his way of weathering storms today. It's not about pleasing everyone. It's about living truthfully even when the world demands otherwise. In one of their Are You Sure? Season 2 interviews, their tone was different, softer, calmer, more real. Jungkook glanced at Jimin and said, "I feel comfortable spending time like this again with Hyung." And Jimin, with that unmistakable warmth in his eyes, replied, "This time, it's not just another trip. It's time for us to talk more honestly about the present and share what we truly feel." Those words weren't scripted. They carried the weight of shared years, of long nights, rehearsals, tears, laughter, and unspoken understanding. Since debut, Jimin and Jungkook have lived through everything together. The grueling training days, the sleepless nights, the heavy silence after mistakes, the pressure to be perfect. They balance each other effortlessly, Jimin, gentle and empathetic, Jungkook, fiery and driven. In Are You Sure? Season 1, that balance was visible in every frame. It wasn't acting. It was familiarity, the kind that only time and trust can build. And yet, the fandom, which should have been a space of love, became divided. Some accused them of fanservice, others defended them, saying it was their authentic connection. Jungkook was labeled overexposed. Jimin was called opportunistic. The cruelty of online commentary blurred the beauty of what was right before everyone's eyes. Two people simply being themselves. If you looked closer, though, beyond the hashtags and theories, you'd see it, that quiet, undeniable comfort. The kind of peace you only feel when you're with someone who understands you completely. In one serene scene from Are You Sure? Season 1, Jimin said softly, "I feel the most like myself when I'm with Jungkook." It wasn't loud. It wasn't romanticized. But the sincerity in his voice made it one of the most genuine confessions ever captured on film. When Jungkook smiled in response, not the practiced grin of an idol but the kind that comes from safety, you could feel the truth in it. Their bond wasn't a performance. It was survival. In a world that often feels cold, they were each other's warmth. Maybe that's what so many struggle to accept, that beyond the stages, beyond the interviews and fan theories, there exists a quiet space only they can enter. A place where silence speaks louder than words, where glances hold entire conversations, where laughter and tears coexist without judgment. That's what Are You Sure? Truly means, not just as a title, but as a question layered with vulnerability. Are they sure they can keep walking together in a world that never stops watching, analyzing, and judging? As tweets multiplied, the debate grew louder. Fandoms split between love and criticism. Some fans claimed to protect them, while others tore them down in the name of truth. But in doing so, both sides forgot something fundamental. Behind the idols are people. Jimin and Jungkook have always been mirrors to each other, one reflecting what the other hides. Without Jimin's calm gentleness, would Jungkook have learned to slow down, to soften? Without Jungkook's courage and passion, would Jimin have dared to open his heart wider to the world? Every time they appear together, something shifts. The air feels different. The world seems to pause, as if giving space for two souls who speak in ways we'll never fully understand. Their chemistry defies easy labels. It's not about romance or friendship, it's about understanding. It's about two people who have shared a lifetime in just 10 years. The camera catches glimpses, a brush of shoulders, an unspoken glance, a shared laugh that feels heavier than words. But outside those frames, people continue to ask, is it real? Is it just PR? Is it company marketing? And maybe the most ironic thing of all is that we, the audience, might be the ones creating the drama more than they ever did. Reports say that when the backlash about Are You Sure? Season 2 grew intense, Jimin and Jungkook didn't react publicly. No statements, no clarifications, just quiet smiles, continued work, and subtle gestures that spoke louder than any post. During a live broadcast, Jungkook laughed softly when someone mentioned the series. "It's just us," he said. "Nothing else." Jimin added gently, "People can think what they want. We just wanted to spend time together, like before." And maybe that's all it ever was. Two people choosing to share a part of themselves, not for performance, but for peace. A fan's comment summed it up perfectly. They just want to be happy. Why can't we let them? That's the heart of it. Behind the manufactured lights of entertainment, the laughter captured in Are You Sure? Isn't staged, it's real. It's human. It's a glimpse of two souls who have carried each other through every rise and fall. But the digital storm never fades easily. The debates continued. Some accused the company of exploitation. Others saw it as proof of their evolution. Yet both sides, in their noise, proved one undeniable thing. Jimin and Jungkook possess extraordinary emotional strength. They're not just idols. They're proof that connection can survive even under the harshest scrutiny. They've become symbols, not of perfection, but of persistence, of trust, of quiet defiance. As time passes, the world will keep debating them. Tweets will keep flying. Theories will multiply. But in the end, those things don't matter. Because in the moments between them, in every shared laugh, every touch, every silence, lies something real. Something untouched by fame. Their sincerity is not up for debate. Every look, every gesture, every quiet moment caught between the noise. It's not performance. It's history. It's truth. And perhaps that's the lesson they unknowingly give us, that love, in any form, doesn't need validation. It only needs understanding. So when Jimin and Jungkook look at each other on screen, smiling, teasing, simply existing, they aren't acting. They're reminding us of something we've forgotten in our rush to analyze everything. That sometimes, connection is its own story. Because are you sure? Isn't just a show. It's a mirror, reflecting who they are, and maybe who we are when we forget to see beyond the surface. And in the end, the question isn't just theirs to answer. It's ours too. Are you sure you understand the meaning of their bond?